Alright. Smilax is up first. Now, I didn't show where to get the seed, but you get it right after this fight. And I'll add a highlight marker, a majig, to just before this battle started, so you're going to have to be very precise stopping the video. I apologize for that inconvenience, but it's not really that hard to find. You will spot it pretty much after the battle, and that Shia wave flies off. Alright, basically you're fighting, well, the same things you fought before, it's just the other screen. Except they're just a tad bit stronger. I'd say they'd have roughly 200 health. Roughly. I could be wrong. As usual. Now there are a few things you're going to have to worry about, and I'll point them out. And I would say it's the gum, but I don't get brutally raped here. I'm actually quite fortunate, because I had just completely forgotten about one particular move that this boss can use. Truth be told, the first three phases, excuse me, of this boss fight, well, they really aren't bosses. I'd say glorified normal enemies. And I didn't think Ultra Jump would be that effective, so I cut it off there. I thought, shit, it's not gonna work. But it did, and I was like, ah, fuck. So yes, if your Mario has Ultra Jump, by all means, use it. Get every hit in that you can. Yeah, it does flame, it'll do some magic, but nothing that you haven't seen yet, so don't be too overly concerned. Move my mic a little bit here. Apologize if it gets a little too loud. I've been trying to balance out the sound from my voice in my video, trying to make sure that the background music is just low enough but high enough where you can hear it, and my voice is high enough where you can hear it over the music in the background. So that's a small challenge I have yet to overcome, but I'll get to it. Now don't do what I did. You want to attack the other Smilaxes first. The Mega Smilax being the big one. But yes, I used Ultra Jump and I did pretty good. I never really used Ultra Jump all that much. Not my last play around, but I started using these jump attacks just a little more and more. Still watching some other videos on YouTube. Oh yeah, here it is, Pedal Blast. I got extremely lucky that Mario did not get turned into a damn mushroom. I got lucky. That's the only instance in this battle where he uses that, but he will probably use it a lot more or less depending on the random num gen for his attacks. He'll use things like Flame Wall, I do believe Static E, which is probably short for Static Electricity, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, basically, my entire party for the rest of this game is probably going to be Mario, Bowser, and Geno, although I've already recorded other videos, and I've tried to use a different variety, but this is just a team for me that works. All three hit hard physically, and that's really all you need. Yeah, he's easy. Heal is needed, and use Peach if you want. Alright, here's Dodo. He's another optional boss. If you pass the statue minigame, then you won't have to fight him. And then you get a neat item. The feather, which speeds up your character by 20 points. And I made a save state before facing off with Dodo, so I will indeed have the feather later on, which will be helpful against everyone's favorite boss in this game because of the nostalgia, Culex. Yes, I will be going a round with him, and I'm still deciding whether or not I'm going to remove my first video with him in it. But okay, let's talk about Dodo really quickly before I kill him here. He's not very tough. Well, he has very, very good physical attacks and decent defense, but he's a pushover, as you can see. He'll use Flutter Hush, and he didn't use Multi-Strike on me here. I don't think he ever does in any of the encounters. You can fight him again after you chase Valentina down the hallway if you don't get the star, but I got the star and killed him. There's no point in fighting him again because he's pretty much the same every time around. And here's Birdo. You may recognize her. Yeah, it's a her now. The sex change is official. Just attack her, crack her egg open, and until the egg is cracked open, you have all that time to prepare, so I did. I used Geno Boost. Yeah, she's from Super Mario Brothers 2, which back then, it was a he-she kind of thing. It's still really controversial as far as Super Mario Brothers 2 standing alone. We don't really know for sure what sex it was back then, but I'm pretty sure it's a she now, considering the newest game she's been in. And I'm just assuming that bow she has on top of her head is just a pretty good indicator it's a she. I'm Birdo. You can actually block those eggs, but for some reason I just couldn't in this one. I just couldn't. I took my last playthrough either, so I guess I'm just getting old. My reflexes are just getting bad. Again, just pound it to death. Some of Mallow's magic might actually be effective, but I didn't experiment. Get it while it's hot. Yeah, she has pretty impressive attacks and attack power. She will never use an attack that will attack the entire party, and she only attacks once per turn, so that's something very useful to know. You shouldn't even have to heal if you're properly leveled. Of course, my Mario was, 4 or 5 levels above everyone else because of the experience booster. Never hurts to be ahead. Yeah, we're getting towards the end of the game, as I mentioned in my last video, learning how to mission those. And it won't be long until we're finished. And I really like the ending, or the end of the game. I like the bosses, and they just get right down to it. Alright, this is the end of part 10, I believe. If not, I'll correct myself in the notations. This is Lloyd Magnus, and I'm out.